Today we're going to go through the user manual for the Bissell Little Green Machine. Now I do have a complete tutorial on how to use this if you're more of a visual learner, but I also thought this would be helpful for people who actually want to see the user manual with their own eyes. So if you do like this video, let me know and I'll consider doing more user manuals. Just hit me up in the comments, but I'll also link to a complete tutorial on how to use this machine if you just want to watch it step by step. But here, let's go through the user manual. So here we're going to start here. What I've noticed is that when getting user manuals for these machines, I'm getting a user manual for a couple different variations of the machine. Really, they release a lot of different models and they just update the color and different tools and attachments that it comes with. So here we can see right away, so this is for the Bissell Little Green, model number 1400, and then some other series models as well. So this one specifically, I think it's the most popular one, and this one is the 1400B. Now yours might be a different color, but as far as functionality and everything, it's going to be exactly the same. You might just have some different tools and stuff that it comes with. So here we're going to look at a product overview here. So we've got our clean water tank here. We've got the power button here on the front here that you just turn on and off. We've got the dirty water tank here on the side. We've got the flex hose clip down here. Then we have the hose grip bracket, which is on the back here, right here. And then we have the spray trigger on the handle here, and that's how you'll spray your water and cleaning solution. And then we have the hose grip bracket latch as well here, down here. I believe that's what this is here, to lock your handle in position. So this is how it's going to be when you're not using it. And then you also have some attachments here that aren't listed quite yet. Now looking at the second page here, this is kind of a cookie cutter format that I've seen on a lot of different appliances. It's important safety instructions. They're basically telling you to use your machine as instructed. If you want to look through all of this, go ahead and pause it here and read through this step by step. But it's basically telling you not to use it if the cord is broken. Don't pull on the cord to unplug it. Don't submerge it in water. Don't use it around flammable materials. Different things like that. So be safe with your machine and don't use it if the cord or something like that is damaged. Now here's an important part that I do want to highlight here, and that is the warranty. So with your machine, you'll get a limited 1-year warranty, and then it says it may vary by state. So if you do have an issue with your machine within purchasing it within that year, you can go ahead and go to support.bissell.com, or you can call this phone number here and you can start your warranty claim if you're having an issue with your machine. What's in the box? So we're going to start here. So of course you have the Bissell Little Green Machine. You've got your flex hose clip. You've got your bracket on the back. You've got different tools. This one comes with like a 3-inch cleaning tool, but depending on your model, you could get a variation of different tools. You're always going to get like an 8-ounce bottle of trial size cleaning solution for all of the Bissell products that I've purchased. And then on this one here, you're going to get 1 Phillips head screw. So for assembly, you've got this little clip down here. Right out of the box, that's not going to be in there. You just slide it up, it clicks and latches and locks into place, and it's pretty much in there for good. Now you're going to get 1 screw here for the bracket on the back. So this bracket won't be attached. You've got your 1 screw here. You'll screw that in and fasten it. Mine's a little loose, so it could do a little bit of tightening there. But I've had my machine for 3 years, and I really haven't had to mess with it much. So that's walking you through your instructions on how to put your machine together. And then as you can see here, the hose is wrapped around the base of the machine and then latched into place here. And this is how it's going to be when you're done using it, and you put it in storage and save it until you need it for the next time. Now let's look at page 4 here, going over cleaning formulas. So cleaning solutions, they do have a bunch of different ones that you can find at Bissell.com. You can find them at other online retailers as well. And it's saying here to keep plenty of Bissell formulas on hand so that you've got your cleaning solution whenever you need to use your machine. And you always want to use genuine Bissell formulas in your machine. Other formulas may harm the machine. So do not use hard surface floor cleaners or other cleaners in your machine, especially things like bleach, vinegar. Those can be really acidic and they can damage kind of the sensitive or different plastic pieces inside the machine. Now, Just a little side tip here, I have used cleaners outside of it, so you don't want to put different cleaning solutions in the machine, but outside of the machine I have used different cleaning solutions, and I've got videos about that if you want to check it out. But from Bissell directly, they're telling you not to put anything in the machine other than their cleaning products. Getting started here, you're going to fill your clean water tank here, so just lift right up on it and it comes right off. You've got your screw cap here that you will untwist and remove, and it does have a straw inside of it. You want to make sure this straw is in place. If it's not, it will not work correctly. Then you're going to fill it up with cleaning solution up to the fill line here. I believe it's 2 ounces, don't quote me on that, but it's around there for your cleaning formula. Then you're going to add any booster that you want from Bissell. They do have these boosters, cleaning solutions like Oxy and things like that. You'll fill it up to the fill line here with water. Now you can use warm or cold water right out of your tap. You do not want to use hot water, anything over 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius. This plastic is not rated for temperatures that hot. Typically, the water coming out of your faucet in a home is going to be around 140 degrees. Unless you have your water heater turned way up, it could be a little bit hotter than that. So just keep that in mind. No boiling water. You don't want to heat water up in the microwave. Just use warm water, hot water out of the tap, as long as it's not over 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you'll put the cap back on, and then you will put your clean water tank back on the machine. Push down. It doesn't click or latch into place or anything like that. You'll just slide it down in place. Now you'll get your tools ready to clean. Depending on the model that you purchased, you'll have different cleaning attachments that it comes with. For this one, it's the 3 and 4 inch tool here that I have on the machine. It's this one right here. It comes with the machine. Okay. So to use it, you'll go ahead and release the latch on the back. You'll unwind the hose here. You will choose the tool that you want to put on it. So in this case here, we just have this one. And if you notice here, it's a little bit different color. That's because this is a replacement one that I purchased for this machine. I've had this one for 3 years, and I did get a different replacement scrub tool for this. So you just push it on until it clicks into place. There's a little button here that you can push, and then that's how you will remove it. So just push it on, it'll click and lock into place. Then you are ready to use it. Of course, you'll unwind the cord, plug it in, and then you will turn it on. Okay. Now, using the tools, it does go over how to use the stain trapper tool, which is not one of the tools that you get with this model. So moving on to the tools, one of them that you should have got with this model is either the 3 inch, the 4 inch, or the 6 inch crevice tool. It is a spraying crevice tool. So you'll point the tool approximately 1 inch above the spot or stain, and then press and pull the spray trigger. Then you'll release the trigger, scrub gently to, loosen up the stain. Then you will set the tool directly on the carpet and, that's for the deep stain tool. And then from here you will extract. So that's one thing that the user manual does not really go over. You'll want to extract the stain or liquid as well. So here at the tip of the tool here, there's this little port or slot here. You'll press that into the carpet, couch, fabric that you're cleaning, pull it backwards. Of course, you've released the trigger, you're not spraying anymore, and that will suck everything up through the tool into your dirty water tank. Do that until you're not seeing anything else getting sucked up. Now it'll be slightly damp to the touch, however, it should not be sopping wet when you're done cleaning. And then again, it does show how to use the deep stain tool. We don't have that tool with this model. Now when you're done cleaning, you'll want to rinse out the machine. So what you get is this hydro rinse tool. It's just this little tool right here. It does clip onto the hose for storage. You'll remove your cleaning tool. You'll put on the hydro rinse tool here, press until it clicks and locks into place. Then you'll pull the trigger for around 20 to 30 seconds and allow the water and cleaning solution to circulate through the hose and into your dirty water reservoir. Now, one thing it doesn't mention is releasing it and allowing your machine to continue for another 30 seconds. So what I do is release the trigger, leave it on for 30 more seconds to let it clear out any water that still might be in the hose. And I think that is good because you don't want standing water in there to build and grow stuff, right? Okay, so after cleaning, you will release this lever right here. It does have a little rubber gasket on it, but this is your dirty water tank. So you're just going to pull that directly off. Here at the top, you have your pour spout. You will empty the tank by pouring the dirty water into a utility sink or similar wastewater receptacle, it says, and then you can place the tank back onto the machine. Now, one thing I actually like to do here is rinse it out. So once you've emptied it, pour some water back into that spout, swish it around and rinse it out, because you're going to get hair and dirt and stuff that collects on the inside components, and you cannot take this apart any other way to clean those out. So you want to do it immediately after you use the machine. At this point, you want to also clean your tool. Now, this is an older model tool, so this part does not come off, but the newer ones do. On the front cover, there is a button that you will press and then pull the plastic cover right off. Then you'll have two pieces that you can rinse out. At this point, grab any hair, dirt, dust, and debris, rinse it until you are satisfied with how clean it is. Now, your dirty water reservoir here, on the bottom here, you do have a duckbill gasket that you can remove, rinse, and then replace. At the moment, I am missing mine, so I don't know where that is, but it's a black rubber gasket. You'll pull it out, and it kind of looks like a duckbill. You'll rinse that off and put it back into place. I was doing some maintenance on this machine, and it must be in another room where I have left my gasket. Now let's go over troubleshooting. So when troubleshooting, you can get a couple of different problems. Really, the main problems are it's not spraying or it's not sucking up, it's not extracting. So for the spray nozzle, it could have a clog in it, especially if you've been using hard water with it and you've had it for a while. Typically, when it's new, you should not have an issue with it not spraying. But here are some ways to troubleshoot it. So first of all, make sure you've got water and cleaning solution in it, and then make sure that it is actually dispensing. So here, there's a little spring-loaded piece in here. So when it's filled up with water, press that to make sure that water is actually coming out of it, and then make sure that it is seated properly in place and pressed down. The most common reason it's not spraying is because the hose is not primed, especially if you get it new when it's been sitting and waiting for shipping wherever. The hose will become unprimed. All you need to do is turn it on, press and pull the trigger for about 30 seconds. It should start working. You can also put on the hose rinse tool because that gives some suction to kind of pull the water through the hose. And then you can also put your machine up on something and then hold the spray nozzle below the machine to get it to spray. I do have a tutorial that I'll link to show you how to do that if you still are having an issue. But typically, if it's not spraying, the hose just needs to be primed. Now, your machine is not picking up cleaning solution. You can pause here and read through the different reasons and solutions on that. Now, two big reasons for me is going to be that duckbill gasket that I just showed you. So if I turn on my machine, it's really not going to work that well for extraction because the gasket's not there or it's not in place properly. So take off your dirty water tank, make sure that gasket's in place properly and clean, then put it back on. And then the next most common one for me is that this piece right here is not pressed all the way down. There's a little rubber gasket here, and it needs to cover the opening of the dirty water tank. If it doesn't, it allows air leakage, which does not seal it properly, so it will impact the suction. And then the final thing that you can look at, is there an obstruction? Is there a clog here? Is there something in your hose that's clogging the machine? So at this point, you could have a buildup of water or something, so you can hold the hose up, take off the tool if you need to, inspect everything and make sure that something is not clogged in there. Aside from that, if you've tried all of these different troubleshooting tips here to fix your problem and you're not having a solution there, that's the point where you need to reach out to the support email that we looked at earlier for the warranty information. So go ahead and reach out to support.bissell.com. Hopefully that was helpful to somebody walking through the user manual step by step. If you still have questions, hit me up in the comments. Watch some of my other tutorials, and please let me know if you found this video helpful in some way. And if so, maybe I'll do some more user manual videos. Again, my name is Drew. This is Cleaning Machines. I'll see you in the next one.